Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here again at Solana, seeing what's going on. This is good and bad. We got this little higher high, higher low pattern on smaller time frames. Definitely a good start, but we keep getting rejected out, not only by the cloud, but some moving averages on slightly larger time frames. So I'll explain what I mean more about that. There's a decent chance this could be the bottom here with our ABC pattern kind of hitting its likely lowest point. Okay, so decent chance we see solid amount of support moving forward. We are also in our support range here based on a larger volume profile. So we'll discuss that and a few other things here, take a look at some liquidation levels, and just generally understand where we're at. So quick little heads up. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you can learn something today. Comment below if you get a chance. More importantly, just hit the like button. That really helps grow the channel, get this in front of more people who deserve it. And also to our newer community members, welcome aboard. Glad to have you along. We got some newer trade styles moving forward here with our swing trades. Excited to go ahead and provide that to you. If you're part of my Signals group, you'll know, but I do have a Trading Academy community and Signals group. Okay, quickly to jump in. Last 7 days of Solana liquidation levels, we can see we're starting to see larger amounts forming at this 140, 142, 143. That's the upper resistance range for this descending trend, as well as that volume profile. So there's a good chance we're going to see the price action maybe sweep that level and pull back. There's a few different scenarios that could exist, but we have more liquidation above the price action than below the price action in the last 7 days. The last month, if you look at last month, there's very little liquidation on the downside, if any. Okay, so literally Solana's monthly time frame has been fully swept, and anybody who took a long in the last month has either been closed out, stopped out, or they closed in position. So it's not optimal for whales to keep pushing the price down any lower because there's no one really buying at this point. So again, it's a good sign in most cases. It generally kind of favors reversal. So let's look at the daily and kind of see where we're at here. Let's just be mindful here of larger time frames. Kind of go ahead and zoom out. Because again, you got to recognize Solana back in October was $21. Okay, so we zoom in a little bit here. Ever since we've been in the rough estimate range of just say $90, if I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of volume here. Now let's zoom in just a little bit further here. So ever since we've been 80 plus, we've seen the most amount of volume at 97, 98. As extreme worst case scenario, we see price points in the $100 range or less. $90 should be a very strong support, 90 to 100. Okay, we don't need to worry about that just yet, but that's definitely something we want to be mindful of. If we do zoom in a little further, ever since we've been in the range of roughly, just say 98 or higher, we've seen the most amount of volume at 145. That's that resistance range I discussed, where we see some liquidation at that level. Again, you can see it better on the 7-day here. We got some liquidation right there at that 145 mark. Okay. So right here is where we see that. So there's a good solid chance we'll see that resistance range retested. Okay. We also got a support here too as well with this lower volume profile at 130. So 130 to 145, rough estimate of a range here that we're probably going to be stuck in. So if we break above or below that range, me personally, I think that's going to be very favorable. Okay. Between now and then, I'm not super convinced that Solana's back on track. Let's take a quick look here. We did see the 200-day SMA hold strong here at this lower 130 range, which is fantastic, but all moving averages are above the price action, the important ones rather. So we see the 20-day SMA work its way down. When we get above that, that's going to be a better place. Okay, I'm going to feel much better about taking a long position with this coin when that happens. Actually, more so if that happens for the moment, because we truly don't know how much further down Bitcoin can go. We got what, like $8 billion worth of liquidation at 63,000 for Bitcoin. I'd be surprised we don't come down that low. Okay, Solana here, take a look. We can see price actions pulling back. Nothing's good here. There's nothing positive here at all. We actually have more room for the MFI and the RSI to drop, so I don't think we've seen our bottom just yet. But again, we see smaller time frames telling us a different story. 4-hour time frame, stochastic swinging down. MACD is trying to converge, but poorly. We can also see, of course, that RSI is generally, for the most part, even when it did well, has barely stayed above 50 in the RSI for only about 8 to 12 hours. So in this case here, until we get over 50 in the RSI, we have no reason to consider even taking a long position. We're also below all moving averages here on the 4-hour time frame. You have to at the very least be above the 50-day SMA to have confidence in taking a trade to the upside. And once again, that's running fairly concurrent with this descending trend. So all the more reason why we wait until we break this descending trend line and perform a bullish backtest first. Okay? Hourly time frame. Quickly to note here, Ichimoku cloud, we're still below and above, but mostly below the cloud. While we've had some false positives here, of course, and some decent breakouts, a lot of it's contingent on Bitcoin. Solana was doing well here because Bitcoin did well. Bitcoin faked out, Solana faked out. So it's just kind of one of those things that's pretty pretty standard. Solana has not done too much to break itself free from Bitcoin. You do take a look at this chart and Bitcoin's chart, they're fairly similar. However, Solana is establishing higher highs and higher lows, but it's very tentative and it's on a small time frame. Doesn't really sell me a lot on a breakout or reversal. So what does all that mean here? Well, generally speaking, conversion lines over the baseline, lagging spans free and clear, those are slightly bullish signs, but we're underneath the cloud and below a lot of moving averages. So I think there's a solid chance we'll see a little continuation here, a little bit of a pump to retest this descending trend line, that 145 mark. But just make sure if you are in a trade right now, to say a long position, secure some profits in this 142 to 143 range. So again, don't get super greedy. You can't get too greedy with these trades. That's another thing what we're doing with our trade signals moving forward. We're having less targets, and we're also making sure that we take more profit per target, and they're going to be tighter too. Along with an entry zone versus specific target levels, I think we're going to have a nice little transition here to getting back on track with some of our swing trades, because truth is, it's not a swing trader's market, and you got to adjust if you're going to take swing trades. Okay? You can't just blindly jump in and jump out. There's no such thing. That actually hasn't existed for a while, in case you weren't familiar. That's not even a good tactic. All right, so that's where we're at here so far. So long story short, Solana still struggle busing, but we see small glimmers of hope here. I think that 145 will be potentially swept for rejection off this 0.32 fib level. I'd be looking for a short somewhere in this range, honestly, unless it can confirm for a couple of days above 145. That's where I'm at. All right, hopefully that helped. Thank you so much again. Make sure you do yourself a favor. Take advantage of this exclusive offer with Bitunix, awesome exchange, our best exchange in our community. And you get some nice rewards just for depositing funds. Pretty simple, easy money, no KYC or VPN. More important, check out our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube Shorts, and now TikTok Shorts too. So cool stuff there. Be sure to check it out. It's actually getting some good feedback, and it's kind of a lot of fun to get some bumper sticker understandings of what's going on. Check it out. Thanks again so much for your support. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.